WBCU LP 97.7 Athens. From Athens, West Virginia, this is Old Boots and New Roots. Good morning, I'm Logan Bennett, and this is Old Boots and New Roots, the show with your favorite country classics and the best of new rising stars. On today's show, I wanted to share my top 10 favorite songs of 2022. This was a very hard list to make because there was simply so much good music this year. If I had the time, I'd play my top 100. But for now, here are my top 10. The number 10 spot is Blood Moon by Josiah and the Bonnevilles, who I discovered earlier this year. If you want to know about Josiah and the Bonnevilles, just listen to their songs. Frontman and Tennessee native Josiah Lemming lays his life bare in the gritty, gripping lyrics, from romantic relationships hitting the skids to wonderful, whiskey-soaked one-night stands to the struggles of being a rootless touring musician since the age of 17. Raised in the no-man's-land town of Morristown, Tennessee, once an outpost of outlaws and drifters, now factory-focused and heavily Baptist, Josiah saw his biological father leave at a young age. His mother remarried, added to her 2 children by adopting a further 7, all squeezed into a tiny house. At 8, a Casio keyboard for Christmas changed Josiah's life. Immediately, instinctively, he knew how to play it, and between starting to write his own songs, singing in church, and graduating onto his grandmother's piano, he plotted his escape. On leaving school at 16, he took his first full-time job in a fruit and vegetable packing plant in Texas, then headed across the states in search of gigs and open mic nights. Josiah said about the song, "I began writing Blood Moon during the lunar eclipse on April 15th, 2014. Turning the moon into a beautiful red-orange color. The song is about fighting for love, being patient, and admiring the beauty through it all. Blood Moon contains additional vocals by Gabrielle Dillon.
Dip me in, dip me out, pick me out of the crowd. In the dark, all alone, I'll go anywhere but home. Blow me up, hold me down, split me like an atom bomb. Turn the key, hit the road, I'll go anywhere but home. And there's blood moon way up in the sky, blood in my nose, blood in my eyes. Blood moon, orange in an orange Bud Light. You and me, baby, in the heat of the night. Don't think I'm ever gonna calm down. There's too many bars on this side of town. Too many bars and the look in your eyes. Give you my blood, give me yours. Time, 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 time. Time, 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 time. Tell me that you'll never leave, even if it's a lie. I'ma double down on what I said in the morning light. 21:32, take it to the end of time. Nothing lasts forever, said maybe you and I. And there's a blood moon way up in the sky, blood in my nose, blood in my eyes. Blood moon, orange in an orange Bud Light. You and blood in my eyes. Blood moon, orange and orange Bud Light. You and me, baby, in the heat of the night. And don't think I'm ever gonna calm down. There's too many bars on this side of town. Too many bars and a look in your eyes. Give me my blood and give me yours. Time, 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 time. Time, 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 time. Give me yours. Time, 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 time. Time, 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 time.
At number 9, we have Heart of Stone by Whiskey Myers. It is subdued and quiet tune compared to the bombast found in other places on Tornillo. The soft, barren musical landscape reminds me of a latter-day Johnny Cash ballad. Cannon's soulful vocals put a little smoother edge on things than Cash would have, but they're still just as impactful. It's a song that talks about getting older and getting wiser. It's about everything you learn in life.
Sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't like what I see. And I wonder if she'll ever know the darker side of me. Is my reflection just a shell of the truth? Am I the living or am I the dying proof? I'm learning to move slow. I'm learning to let it go. I'm learning most things a man my age is supposed to know. And I'm learning how to ride. I'm learning how to sleep at night. I'm learning after these years how to be thankful for what I got. And I carry on with a heart of stone, calloused hands. Sometimes I think I'm crazy, washed up in the brain. And as for my youth, I threw most of those years away. And I can't even apologize for half the things I've done, for all the nights spent looking down the wrong end of a gun. But I'm learning how to love. I'm learning about the Lord above. I'm learning that He's given me more than anything I could dream of. But I'm learning how to pray a little more every day. I'm learning to accept the things about me I can't change. And I carry on with a heart of stone, calloused hands. callous hands. Yeah, I carry on with this heart of stone and calloused hands.
We have a story song at number 8 with Wait in the Truck by Hardy and Lainey Wilson. Wait in the Truck tells a story of revenge about domestic violence upon a girl. As in the event shown in the official video, Hardy impersonates a truck driver who, one summer night, saw a beaten girl next to the road, scared and needy for help. He picked her up and understood that the man had hit her. That's the situation described at the beginning of the song. He wanted to take care of her. He didn't ask many questions, as what happened was clear. He only asked her when the man who beat her was, and she answered. At that point, the girl's voice arrives as she describes what she felt that night. The truck driver reached the house where the man was, asked her to wait in the truck, and knocked at the door. At that moment, the girl understood that she would never be hit again.
Got turned around in some little town I'd never been to before, working my way through a middle of June midnight thunderstorm. There was something in the headlights that stopped me on a dime. Well, she was scared to death, so I said climb in, and then she climbed. Oh, she was bruised and broke from head to toe with a tear in her bloodstained shirt. She didn't tell the whole truth, but she didn't have to. I knew what had happened to her. I didn't load her down with questions. That girl had been through enough. I just threw it in drive, looked in those eyes, and asked her where he was.
I don't know if he's an angel, 'cause angels don't do what he did. He was hell-bent to find a man behind all the whiskey scars I hid. I never thought my day of justice would come from a judge under a sea, but I knew right then I'd never get hit again when he said to me,
Wait in the truck, just wait in the truck. Well, I knocked and no one came, so I kicked in his double wide door. I let the hammer drop before he got to that 12 he was reaching for. I didn't try to hide my pistol, I didn't even try to run. I just sat on the porch smoking one of his cigarettes and waited for the cops to come.
I don't know if he's an angel, 'cause angels don't do what he did. He was hell-bent to find a man behind all the whiskey scars I hid. I never thought my day of justice would come from a judge under a sea, but I knew right then I'd never get hit again when he said to me,
Wait in the truck, just wait in the truck. Whoa, have mercy on me, Lord, have mercy on me. Have mercy on me, Lord. It's been 60 months, and she still comes to see me from time to time. It was worth the price to see a brighter side of the girl I picked up that night. And I might be here forever. It ain't paradise, that's true, but it's a whole hell of a lot better than the place I sent him to. Yeah. Wait in the truck, just wait in the truck.
WVCU is brought to you by Aramark, located at Concord University and online at aramark.com. WVCU would like to thank Aramark for their support and their commitment to education in our community.
WVCU is brought to you in part by Vine and Branches. Located here on Concord University's campus, Vine and Branches is a Christian community open for all, where you can connect with God, others, and yourself. WVCU would like to thank Vine and Branches for their support and their commitment to education and our community.
WVCU is brought to you in part by the Hatter's Bookshop, located at 929 Mercer Street, Princeton, West Virginia, and online at thehattersbookshop.com. WVCU would like to thank the Hatter's Bookshop for their support and their commitment to education and our community.
WVCU is brought to you in part by Cheap Thrills Records, located at Princeton and Beckley, West Virginia, and online at cheapthrillsrecords.com. WVCU would like to thank Cheap Thrills Records for their support and their commitment to education and our community.
For number 7, I have I'm Just a Clown by Charlie Crockett. Crockett taps into a 70s-inspired sound with sleek electric guitar and a horn section that gives the track an irresistible groove. It's an impressive nod to vintage country that manages to keep a distinctively modern edge, introducing a new chapter for Crockett's trademark, ever-evolving sound. Crockett's latest collection of music came after a trip to Bruce Robinson's Austin studio for a demo session. That recording trip quickly turned into something much bigger. Crockett brought in his band, the Blue Drifters, and began churning out tracks, with many coming together in only one take. I just wanted an honest partnership. Do it at your place, live to tape, everybody in the room, Crockett says in a statement. The magic is in the performance on that tape. That's what Bruce wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. When we were done, I said, these are masters, not demos.
Circus is coming through. Everybody knows that when you purchase a ticket, you expect to get a show. Take a look at me. I'm just a clown, and on my face I wear a frown. I paid the cost to hang around, so take a look at me. I'm just a clown. The Joker stands in the middle and turns a trick for you, because sometimes you know it's better to be thought of as a fool. Take a look at me. I'm just a clown, and on my face I wear a frown. I've paid the cost to hang around, so take a look at me. I'm just a clown. Say, I guess my clothes give me away. All of my friends have disappeared. You know it makes me wonder if I was ever here. Take a look at me. I'm just a clown, and on my face I wear a frown. I've paid the cost to hang around, so take a look at me. I'm just a clown.
For number 6, I chose Carousel by Miranda Lambert. Miranda penned one of the best songs of her career in Carousel on her new record Palomino. A co-write with Natalie Hemby and Luke Dick, it finds two circus performers, Elena and Harlan Giovanni, missing each other more often than they should, both frequently wondering what if, even if they know it was never meant to be. Miranda calls it a once-in-a-lifetime song, and in a recent interview with People, she likened it to probably the biggest hit and most special song of her career, The House That Built Me. She went on to say that while the song is definitely sad and will break your heart, the beauty of it lies in the fact that even though Elena's old life is over because the circus eventually left town, she could find a whole new adventure in this new chapter of her life. I think a lot of us has probably been here at some point. Well, maybe not a circus performer, but I digress. And while it can be devastating to leave certain things behind that seem impossible to live without, starting over is sometimes the best thing you can do. Miranda said that before that you don't have to live in a constant state of darkness for the sake of art. You can still capture all of those feelings and make incredible music without actually being sad all of the time. What I love so much about this song is that the darkness and longing for a life this woman once lived is very palpable, yet she's moved on to a new life and only remembers those times in little moments, notably when she hears a carousel, hence the title.
Pretty Elena, my fair lady, she walked the highwire back in the 80s. Feathers and sequins, she shined like a chandelier, hanging from the top 10 rafters till the spotlight disappeared. Harlan Giovanni, what a sight to see. The way he earned her trust was on a 20-foot trapeze. She fell so hard because he always let her fly, till he left her heart suspended in the cotton candy sky. She still don't know why. Every show must end, every circus leaves town. You don't know the magic's gone until the lights go down. Now she's back in Nacogdoches, and I hear she's doing well. She only misses Harlan when she hears the carousel. Pretty Elena made herself a nest, her sequins and her secrets buried in her cedar chest. No one around here knows about her other life. Johnny Davis went and made her a mama and a wife, and maybe that's alright. 'Cause every show must end, every circus leaves town. You don't know the magic's gone until the lights go down. Now she's back in Nacogdoches, and I hear she's doing well. She only misses Harlan when she hears a carousel. Smith County Fair, mid-September. She walks the midway and smiles as she remembers. Every show must end, every circus leaves town. I didn't know the magic left till all the lights went down. Now I'm back in Nacogdoches, and I swear I'm doing well. I only miss my Harlan when I
Here is your Country Music Minute. Miranda Lambert is giving you 16 more chances to see her in Las Vegas. She just extended her Velvet Rodeo residency and added 16 new shows, which will take place in July, November, and December of 2023. Miranda recently received 4 2023 Grammy nominations, including one for the coveted Country Album of the Year award for her 8th studio album, Palomino, which was released earlier this year. And in other touring news, Morgan Wallen is hitting the road. On the heels of his extensive and very successful Dangerous tour, named in honor of his record-smashing 2021 double album, he's taking things worldwide. He just announced a 17-stadium 2023 One Night at a Time World Tour, which includes 2 continents, 4 different countries, and plenty of other amphitheater and festival dates as well. And he's bringing along some of his best friends to open different shows on rotating dates in Hardy and Ernest, as well as Texas boy Parker McCollum and up-and-comer Bailey Zimmerman. The tour will kick off overseas on March 15th with shows in New Zealand and Australia, and they'll be hitting stadiums like Milwaukee's American Family Field, MetLife Stadium, Chicago's Wrigley Field, and Boston's Fenway Park at stops along the way, before wrapping up on October 7th at Tacoma Dome in Washington. Let's go. We already have some new music to look forward to next year, courtesy of none other than the great Zach Bryan. He confirmed on Twitter that he'll be putting out an album in 2023 called Writers and Fighters, adding that he's done with new releases for this year, but he's never been more excited for anything in my entire life in terms of the new music he has coming. He also seemed to confirm that the Red Rocks live album will be released next year, too. It's almost unbelievable that he's already working on another record, especially considering the fact that he just dropped his behemoth 34-song debut studio album, American Heartbreak, earlier this year. In addition to putting out his Summertime Blues EP and releasing quite a few other standalone singles along the way. The fact that he's able to put out this much high-quality stuff at an insane rate of speed is almost unheard of in the music industry. Cody Jinks is set to headline Rodeo Houston next year. They just announced it in a post on Instagram saying he'll take the stage on Monday, March 13th. Cody also shared the announcement on his own page, saying that getting big-time shows like this are possible for independent artists, and you don't have to be a major label artist to find your way to the top. When it comes to being a touring musician, your tour bus is pretty much your lifeline. I mean, it's simple. The band basically lives in the bus for the year, and that's how you get from point A to point B and make shows in time. And if there are issues with it, then you might end up having to cancel a show because of it. Not to mention, them things ain't cheap either. So my condolences go out to Mike Ryan and his band, because this is brutal. For those who aren't familiar, Ryan is a Texas country artist, and I highly suggest you get on his music if you haven't yet, because the guy has some bangers in his arsenal. But back to the story. A video was shared to the TikTok account Hunter Parody, Ryan's guitar and pedal steel player, showing the back end of his tour bus completely up in flames in Birmingham, Alabama. He shared in the caption, "You're my boy, Blue. Old School was the last movie I watched in the bus. Blue was more than a bus. Blue was our friend, and he shall always be remembered as such." Ryan also posted pictures of the aftermath, and needless to say, the inside of the back of the bus is completely fried, and unfortunately, old Blue is no more. Thankfully, nobody was injured, as Mike shared on Instagram. There isn't much good news here, but at least no one was on the bus when it happened. No one hurt will replace what was lost, and keep on chugging along. At least my Opry sign made it. We'll see y'all in Mississippi this weekend. One Loretta Lynn fan's petition to honor the country legend in her home state just got a big boost from the singer's family themselves. A petition started by Carla Engel to honor the coal miner's daughter by renaming a state park in her hometown of Paintsville, Kentucky after Loretta Lynn recently caught the attention of Lynn's family, and they've thrown their support behind the cause. The petition calls for Paintsville Lake State Park to be renamed Loretta Lynn State Park, and her family is asking fans to join the cause. In a statement posted to Lynn's website, her family said that Lynn would be honored to have her name on the state park in her hometown, and encouraged fans to sign the petition. As of right now, the petition has over 13,000 signatures. A very sad day in country music. It was recently confirmed that country singer, Red Dirt artist Jake Flynn sadly passed away just hours after his wedding to his wife Brenda last Sunday night. He was only 37 years old and was from Mounds, Oklahoma. Jake had tied the knot the day prior with his new wife Brenda, and later that night, his publicist, Cliff Doyle, told the Oklahoman that Jake passed away in his sleep, though an exact cause has yet to be determined or disclosed. Jake's manager, Brenda Klein of Route 66 Management, shared a lengthy post on Facebook on Sunday, confirming his passing and saying she loved him much like a son. She added what an absolutely tragic and heartbreaking time this is for his family, friends, and especially new wife Brenda Flint. His wife shared a few heartbreaking posts on her own Facebook page, including a clip from what appears to be after the wedding ceremony taking photos. The wedding took place on Saturday, November 26th, according to his Facebook page. It is an unthinkable and awful tragedy, and our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, friends, and widow during this awful and traumatic time. Jake released his first album, I'm Not Okay, in 2016, and subsequently put out 3 more in the following years, including Live and Not Okay at Kane's Ballroom in 2018, the self-titled Jake Flint in 2020, and most recently Live and Socially Distanced at Mercury Lounge in 2021. He had a few charting songs on local Texas country charts during his music career, including Cowtown, Long Road Back Home, and What's Your Name. Jake was also named Breakout Artist of the Year at the We Are Tulsa Music Awards in 2019. There is now a GoFundMe page set up to raise family for his wife and family. Are you tired of the same old songs? Then tune into Old Boots and New Roots every Tuesday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. The show with your favorite country classics and the best of new rising stars. Only on WVCU.
Okay, this is real country music.
My number 5 song is Dooley's Farm by Molly Tuttle and Golden Highway, featuring Billy Strings. Of the track, Tuttle shares, "When I was a kid, I loved Dooley, a song about a moonshiner whose daughters helped him run the family still. In Dooley's Farm, I decided to recast Dooley as a modern-day outlaw, writing from the perspective of his granddaughter. I wrote the song with Ketch Secor and brought Billy Strings in to lend his amazing voice and playing. I had fun updating this classic bluegrass character while taking some inspiration from our real grandfather who was a farmer, but not that kind of farmer. Molly Tuttle, a Nashville singer-songwriter celebrated in Americana circles for lightning-fast picking and sharp wordplay, earned a Grammy nomination for Best New Artist, a rare all-genre achievement for a bluegrass musician. She competes in the primetime category against Brazilian singer Anitta, R&B artist Omar Apollo, jazz duo Domi and J.D. Beck, singer-songwriter Mooney Long, New York musician Samara Joy, rapper Lotto, Italian rock band Måneskin, hip-hop artist Toby Nwigwe, and indie band Wet Leg. Tuttle heads to the Grammy Awards months after releasing sophomore album Crooked Tree, her None Such Records debut, and first effort backed by ace band The Golden Highway. She enlisted a who's who of roots musicians for the album, including collaborations with Billy Strings, Margo Price, Gillian Welch, and Old Crow Medicine Show Ketch Secor. Co-produced with sought-after dobro player Jerry Douglas, Tuttle cut Crooked Tree at Nashville studio Ocean Way. Tuttle and the band focused on simple, organic takes that aren't weighed down by distracting arrangements, she said earlier this year. Crooked Tree earned a Grammy Awards nomination for Best Bluegrass Album as well.
Old Dooley was raised Carolina, got his schooling out in Vietnam. Tucks his hair up in a pioneer seed cap when he's bringing his cash crop in. Now everybody said he's just a simpleton farmer, plowing 100 acres out in Sugar Grove, smiling at you from an IH tractor. But there's a secret down in every row, in the Blue Ridge Mountains with the whispering pines. They used to grow tobacco, then they made moonshine. But there's something better in the back of the barn, down on Dooley's farm. Old Dooley's got a roadside farm stand, sweet corn, tomatoes, and turnip greens. But if you ask to buy a jug of sorghum, he'll know exactly what you need. He'll meet you in the back of the woods at midnight. Bring a lantern 'cause it's hard to find. He's got a strain that'll punch your lights out. Old Dooley's gonna blow your mind. In the Blue Ridge Mountains with the whispering pines, they used to grow tobacco and they made moonshine. But there's something better in the back of the barn, down on Dooley's farm. my grandpa in the Blue Ridge Mountains with the whispering pines. They used to grow tobacco, then they made moonshine. But there's something better in the back of the barn, down on Dooley's farm. In the Blue Ridge Mountains with the whispering pines. They used to grow tobacco, then they made moonshine. But there's something better in the back of the barn, down on Dooley's farm. Down on Dooley's farm.
At number 4, we have Crossing State Lines by Morgan Wade. Crossing State Lines is actually one she's had in her back pocket for a while now, and she's played it here and there at live shows for quite some time. A good old-fashioned breakup song, it's easy to see why this one has become a fan favorite. Crossing State Lines laments about unrequited love, and the feeling of pining for a relationship that isn't good for oneself. In this never-before-heard song that climbs past the 4-minute mark, Wade is hung up on someone who most likely isn't thinking about her. With most lyricism, there are a few lines that seem to stand out and hit the hardest. In Crossing State Lines, every word of every verse continues the same devastation as the last. Wade wails with somber desperation. Well, you came so late, but you left so fast. Well, you could have been my future and now my past. I'm just some memory that with each and every day will fade. Bet you forgot me by the time your car hit the interstate.
Yeah, morning, open-ended chat. Yeah, think you might kill me, hell, I'd love to burn out like that. Then you stumbling down the street, hey baby, you're wasted. Yet you're the kind of innocence I'd never tasted. Now you're crossing state lines, and I'm trying real hard to get over you. You never wanted me, and I wanted you too. I never held you tight, and I never tasted your lips. Yeah, I thought I found heaven, and what kind of hell is this? Yeah, you're talking too loud in a crowded theater. I almost said too much and said I'd save the rest for later. Your black t-shirt into that bar at 12 a.m. I'm headed to work, hungover, said I ain't never drinking again. Now you're crossing state lines, and I'm trying real hard to get over you. You never wanted me, and I wanted you too. I never held you tight, and I never tasted your lips. Yeah, I thought I found heaven, and what kind of hell was this? Well, you came so late, but you left so fast. Well, you could have been my future, and now you're my past. I'm just a memory that with each and every day will fade.
Yeah, you look like heaven. What kind of hell was this?
We're in the top 3 now with Tennessee Orange by Megan Moroney. TikTok star Megan Moroney's song Tennessee Orange asked for something found in short supply on social media: patience. The country waltz is a love song at its core, but she has it painted orange to make it a specific tribute to the University of Georgia versus University of Tennessee football rivalry. Her new man is a UT fan, and that's not going to sit well with her Go Dogs kin. Tennessee Orange is a song for anyone who has ever had one of those split household mailboxes. It takes a while, over a minute, to get to that part, however. Veteran music makers David Fanning and Christian Bush teamed with Ben Williams, Moroney, and Paul Jenkins to create Tennessee Orange, and Moroney shared it first on social media with her 380,000 followers. If it were released on a major record label, the second half of the verse would likely get lopped off, but so far, the streaming and social media audience is proving to be resilient. More than 10 million people have consumed the song on Spotify and YouTube.
Some news. Don't you tell Daddy, he'll blow a fuse. Don't worry, I'm doing okay. I know you raised me to know right from wrong. It ain't what you think, and I'm still writing songs. Just never thought I'd see the day. I've never felt this way. I met somebody. He's got blue eyes. He opens the door and he don't
At number 2, we have She's Alright by Zach Bryan. For nearly 5 years, Zach Bryan has been captivating the hearts of his fans, keeping a humble spirit through the success. The Oklahoma native has rightfully earned his fans one by one, but has seemingly done so overnight. Despite what many newcomers may see as quick prosperity, Bryan began pursuing this journey in 2017, when he began sharing videos of his original songs to YouTube. Instantly, he began connecting with souls across the globe, and the more he shared, the more momentum he gained. Then in September of 2019, the United States Navyman truly had his breakthrough moment with the uploading of his song, Heading South, to YouTube. Heading South was the catalyst, the song that made the Messed Up Kid known to the masses, proving to be his most popular song prior to the release of his newly released album, American Heartbreak. This is my favorite song off the album. The 11th track on American Heartbreak serves as a tribute to Bryan's late mother, Deanne, who was the namesake of his 2019 debut album. In She's Alright, Bryan finds himself longing for his mother, wishing she was around to share his life experiences and happiest moments with. The verses are soothing with a gentle delivery, and as Zach Bryan reaches the chorus, the energy increases as he cues in the full band. The song then closes out with a deeply personal voicemail from Zach's mother, truly showing the vulnerability of the song. Prior to the song's release, Zach took to TikTok to show off a snippet of the song, sharing, "Wrote this one and called my sister and I couldn't get through it the first few times. It means the world to me and so do you guys."
Well, the moon in New York tonight was beautiful. I wish you were around to see it too. I'm so happy I could cry. Why'd you have to go and die like that? It's a shame when people ain't around to see the smiles that they nurture, the laughter they breathe. These people don't know me, and I don't plan on showing what I've seen. Up on a corner in Philadelphia, she said, "Boy, there ain't no real point in helping you. The only thing you've ever owned were high hopes and a pocket comb you before. So don't act like you know who I am, 'cause the more I'll explain, the less you'll understand. Them downtown were the only ones around that even tried. So look up tonight, the moon she's shining and we'll be alright, 'cause she's still smiling. The city lights blow mama's mind. The more I search, the less I find. But I'm alright, 'cause she's here tonight. Oh, she's alright. Still recall the night you're heading home. You were fighting so hard, I knew you couldn't be alone. Your hand in my hand, I knew I had to be a man from that night on. And I'll tell you all these stories one day, and we'll laugh like we used to and waste the night away. You'll say, "Boy, how I've missed you, but son, I was with you this whole time." Look up tonight, the moon she's shining and we'll be alright, 'cause she's still smiling. The city lights will blow mama's mind. The more I search, the less I find. But I'm alright, 'cause she's here tonight. Oh, she's alright. She's alright, oh, she's alright. The moon in New York tonight was beautiful. I wish you were around to see it too. I'm so down that I could cry, wide my best friend up and die like that.
Hey baby, I just want to see what you're doing. I love you. Up to the sky. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Logan Bennett. Time for my number one song of the year. Anyone who knows me knew this would be number one. It has to be Way of the Triune God by Tyler Childers. I about leapt for joy when Tyler announced his new album, Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven? Plus, there are 3 different versions. I was hyped. I still remember sitting there listening to the album the first time, in absolute awe of each and every song. And the message of the project is amazing. Childers said it best in a statement about the new album. Message-wise, I hope that people take that it doesn't matter race, creed, religion, and all of that. Like the most important part is to protect your heart, cultivate that, and make that something useful for the world. Music can be used as a tool to bring people together in a way to decipher and navigate heavy emotions. And this song is pure joy. If you don't move a little when you hear it, I don't know if you have a soul. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all next.
Give me that old time screaming and shouting. Go up, tell it on the mountain. Faith too strong to be left out, and way of the triune God.